Hey everybody, I'm Allison with Fly My Kids, and today I want to show you all the toys and activities that I brought on a long haul flight to keep my toddler entertained. And when I say long haul, I mean long haul. We took our toddler, our 18-month-old at the time, on a 17 and a half, yes, 17 and a half hour flight direct from San Francisco to Singapore for a family member's wedding. And oh my goodness, when we decided to go on this trip, I was so intimidated. I was thinking, no way. I can't even keep my 18-month-old entertained in my own house when I have everything and all the entertainment at my fingertips. How on earth am I going to keep him entertained? And that started my quest on strategizing on what toys really work well on a flight, which ones don't, what to look for. And that's how I put together this kind of bag of tricks that I'm going to walk you through today. Now, before we start, I do want to say a couple things. We use an iPad on the plane. So I'm just going to put that out there. A good chunk of the 17 and a half hours, not the whole time, certainly, but it was used from watching screen time. And my son does not get an iPad or anything like that at home. He does get to watch TV, but it feels like this special treat of like unlimited TV on the flight. And so that did really help with entertainment too, but no one can be entertained by with TV for 17 and a half hours. So I certainly needed a lot of other things to be able to entertain him on that flight. So that's the first thing. The second thing, I'm not going to walk you through my snack bag, but snacks. They are entertainment too. What do we do when we get bored? We eat. And the plane's not the spot to like make all the healthy choices. So we also brought a huge bag full of snacks to make sure that my son wasn't hungry, and it would kind of help if he was getting fussy just to have some entertainment. I put some suckers in there, like a Dum Dum, things like that he doesn't really get at home, that would help if he was kind of getting fussy or upset. And also it's good to have those snacks because you never know if your kid is going to like the meal service that the flight may provide if they have their own seat. And our son did have his own seat on this flight. So with those two things being said, I want to get to this bag and show you what I brought that worked really well on our flight. First thing, this pouch. Mama loves a pouch. These are my favorite. These are from Amazon, and it's just this plastic bag. It's pretty durable. They have tons of colors, which kiddos love, makes it fun, and shapes and sizes. I say shapes, they're actually all rectangles, but they do have fun colors and different sizes. This is really one of their biggest ones, and this did actually slide into our diaper bag, but we have a pretty large diaper bag. And I would put, one of these for toys and activities, one for diapers, changes of clothes, things like that, and then one for snacks, and that worked really, really well for us. So, dramatic zipper open here. Okay, let's dig in and see what's in here. Books. Books are great. The hard thing about books, I will say, after I just said they were great, is that they can be heavy and kind of thick. So I always look for like a paper bag or something like, just a classic kind of cardboard thin board books you can get at Dollar Tree. I feel like I got this one at a Dollar Tree, and it's great. It's an I Spy book. My son loves animals, so you'll kind of see a common theme here among the activity or animal stuff. Pretty much every toy is related to an animal in some way because we're doing the animal thing. But we had so much fun with this. And my son, we'd talk and play I Spy with the book and things like that. And some of the things I'm looking for in a plain toy is that it doesn't make noise or light up or anything like that. But I don't feel like people can really hear you talking, or it's not as bothersome. So yeah, I don't want it to make a lot of noise or make a big mess either. Classic. Hello, Etch-a-Sketch. Who's mad about that? So fun. Quickly erases, no mess. We got this at Dollar Tree. So I honestly have like 3 or 4 of these and keep them in my diaper bag all the time because it's nice at a restaurant or if you get caught waiting somewhere. But that one really entertained him for a while. Okay. Reusable sticker books. Melissa and Doug, you rock. Thank you. These are the best, moms, honestly, like not even just for a long haul flight to keep in your diaper bag or something, but these reusable stickers, they come right off. That one just popped all the way down on the floor, but you can see the stickers come off. You can move them around, different themes and things like that. So again, my son was really into animals at the time, still is. So we had this barn one, but they have like Under the Sea, Princess, and again, it's so nice when things are reusable. I've been using these same bags for these same set of toys since he was 18 months, and he's 3 years now. And honestly, they still entertain him just as much. So like they have a long shelf life, so you're not constantly having to buy more stuff. Another kind of like art activity, these Crayola mess-free coloring. I love these, and I bet most moms know about these, but perfect for long haul flights. They come with these coloring sheets in here. So this one's Paw Patrol themed. Love Chase, love Ryder, big Paw Patrol family. But the best part of this is that these markers will only emit color onto these coloring sheets. So if you're panicked, like, oh my word, my 18-month-old's going to be coloring his face, or my shoe, or the seat in front of me, don't fear. It's just going to show up clear. You're not going to be able to see anything. So it truly is mess-free, which is one of like the main tenets that we're looking for when we're putting together a bag for playing toys. More mess-free, and y'all, I will say it once, I'll say it 10 times. This is my favorite toy. Melissa and Doug, you knew what you were doing. If you know, you know. This toy rocks. It's called Water Wow. They're probably like $4 on Amazon. So amazing. So I'll show you what it is for those of you that don't know. This one's dinosaur themed. Gotta love a dinosaur. But essentially what it is, you take out this little pin here. Let's see, it's giving me a hard time. But you take out this pin and unscrew the cap. So you'll see it here. And it's not a pin because there's no ink in it, but it's a little tube. Here, you just pour a little water, like, you know, I always have a Nalgene or something like that. Pour a little water in, screw on the top. I don't have water in it now, so you're not going to be able to see, but they just kind of paint in heavy quotes across here, and the color appears. No mess, it never leaks, but if you did spill it, honestly, it's such a small amount of water that it takes. It's not like it would, like, you know, soak you or anything. But the best part is, the color disappears after about 30 minutes, and so you can just keep using it over and over, which is so awesome. So again, we love things that like you can recycle and reuse, so that every flight or trip you're not having to run out and buy 50 more things. So staying true to our animal theme. Little finger puppets. I mean, how cute are these? We had so much fun with these, you know, at that point he was kind of practicing his animal noises and ribbit and doing things like that. We have the frog, the cow, which was just, we had a ball, and we would put on little performances, just like silly things like that, as much as an 18-month-old could do. Cars, I mean, they're self-explanatory. We kind of drove them around and pretended they were crashing and things like that. Let's see. These little figurines. So, I mean, we have sea creatures, but obviously, I mean, there's a million kinds. Dinosaurs, princesses, farm animals, whatever. There's all sorts of things in here. They're tiny. We would just use them and continue kind of like the imaginary play of practicing noises, pretending they were swimming. And again, it's just, when you're thinking about your time on a 17-and-a-half-hour flight, you've got to realize that, or even a 6-hour flight. I mean, I've had some long 4-hour flights, but when kids are that young, their attention span is so short that you do kind of need to like be able to pull another trick out of your hat, as I say, to like keep them engaged when one toy may not like last as long on the entertainment side. So, you know, sometimes we'd get 10 minutes out of this, sometimes we get 2. And one time I feel like he played with these for a long time. And so it would just depend, but they're just nice because they're super light. They go right in this bag and we keep them organized. The one thing I will say about that can be a little challenging about bringing something that has like a lot of pieces. I mean, there's a lot of animals. First thing to remember is if they're cheap and you lose one, I mean, it's okay. You just got to let it go. You know, I mean, who's going to be crawling on their hands and knees looking for like a stray swordfish? Not I. But what's nice is when they have their own seat, you get them the inflatable bed, which we did, which would connect between the edge of our seat, and we can put a picture here, connect between the end of the child's seat to the seat in front of them, to the row in front of them. It made it so that if we were playing on the kids, on my son's tray table, if a toy dropped, it didn't just drop all the way to the ground and roll through. It just kind of fell onto the bed. So it made it way easier to kind of like nest his stuff, because kids don't travel light. So that also works well with snacks. So, you know, it's rude. You don't want to like leave a bunch of goldfish on the bottom of the plain floor. So they would just kind of fall on like his lap, and I could easily clean them up as opposed to getting again down on my hands and knees and like cleaning up at the end. So that made it easier to keep things like this together. So highly encourage that if your kid can get his or her own seat. I mean, who doesn't love to organize things like this? This just brings me joy. These are like little craft boxes or fish tackle boxes, I guess you could say. And these are a great thing for, again, things that have like multiple pieces to keep them organized. So you'll see we got more finger puppets because those are a hit. I mean, a panda, a pink elephant, it's fun. What else is in here that we had a ball with, honestly? Pom-pom balls. Now, mamas, use your discretion. If your kid is the type that's like going to eat this and like in the, putting everything dangerous and lethal into their mouth stage, then maybe skip the pom-pom balls. For our son at 18 months for this flight, he was kind of beyond that. Like he wasn't really doing that anymore. So we brought the pom-pom balls, and I actually brought like a small little water bottle, or maybe it was a mini Gatorade bottle. And we just practiced fine motor skills, like using the pincer grasp and putting those in. You can do all sorts of things, like we'd line them up by color, or, line them up as a circle or a square. And you can really do so much with them. Counting, I mean, there's a lot of usage. And again, if you lose one, it's like not that big of a deal because it's just a pom-pom ball. Another thing that's ended up kind of being an unsung hero, sticky notes. Just little Dollar Tree sticky notes. You're probably wondering, what on earth? What are you doing? Are you writing notes that say SOS on the side? No, they actually were really fun. But we would just stick them kind of everywhere. I mean, on our clothes, on the seat in front of us, on the window to cover it up and pretend like, they were blinds. We did all sorts of play with these. And the nice thing about it is when you're done, you literally just kind of like ball them up and throw them away. So, and we bought a big pack, and that was 1.5 years ago, and I still have a ton. So those have been a lot of fun. Let's see. Okay, one more of these little boxes. And you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, how did you bring all of these things? But you guys, 17.5 hours. We needed a lot of stuff. But what I will say is I actually just keep a travel bin at my house. So that, we do a lot of traveling, but I keep a travel bin, and whenever I'm like at Target Dollar Tree, the Target Dollar section or Dollar Tree or any place like that, and I see something that's either on sale or might be good to add, I just throw it in the bin. And anytime I'm going on a flight with our children, I'll just kind of rearrange. Like if it's a 4-hour flight, maybe I don't need nearly this much, right? But for a 17.5-hour flight, I mean, come on, we needed... All of these were needed, is what I will say, to keep him entertained. But we really did have so much fun. So I'm just kind of continuously like adding to, removing things if they're not age appropriate, and then packing into one of the pouches based on flight duration and if both of my kids will be there. So here's a little sticky book. This is not a sticky book, sorry, a little notepad that we put stickers in. I just used to bring like a pack of stickers and put in there. You can see it's Halloween themed. That's because my son literally got this in like a trick or treat bag. So why not reuse it? Recycling truck, fun, little butterflies. I mean, again, we're just always looking for things that like aren't messy, not that big of a deal if they get lost, and doing imaginary play with. And then here's a second book. We get the Love Every books, the Love Every subscriptions. And so this came with that. It's so tiny and cute. It's just a little animal book. And I don't know why things are just so much cuter when they're teeny, but they are. They just have baby animals in it. And again, he was learning animal noises. So this was a lot of fun. And it's small and compact. You can find books like that anywhere. But last but certainly not least is kind of a fine motor skill activity. Just a little ball with the holes in it. It's like a ping pong ball size, you can see. And we just take pipe cleaner and just practice threading it. And you're probably thinking this looks really boring, but honestly, like my son loved it. It was a lot of fun. It's good fine motor skill practice because you got to think you're just trapped in that seat and kids are just itching to like do things and feel productive. And he would honestly kind of do this even while he watched movies. It's almost like a fidget. And so that was nice. What I will say, we left San Francisco with 2 of these and we returned with 1. because a ball is like easy to slip and, you know, slide down the aisle or something. But the good thing is this is so small, it's certainly not going to injure anyone. It's not going to make a loud noise, so you're not going to have that embarrassment. But that worked really well. So guys, that's it. I say that's it like I didn't just show you 100 toys, but again, you know, get creative and think about when your child is bored with the iPad or screen time. What are some of those things that interest them, that are exciting? And one thing I'd say that has worked really well for us is keeping the plain toys the plain toys. So all of these things are actually like put away. My son doesn't play with them when we're at home. He doesn't get them out because, as we know, like, kids get bored with things, unfortunately, pretty quickly. So I like to keep the plain toys special and fresh. And so that when we go on a flight, he knows that he gets bored. It's like, are you bored? Oh my goodness. Let's pull something out of like my Mary Poppins bag here and keep you entertained. And that makes it fun and more engaging and almost feel like you're getting prizes and things like that. And that has seemed to work really well for us. So moms, book that long haul flight. You got this. Good luck putting together your activities and toys.